All right, so this is where I'm at currently with the deck that I plan to play in the Tumult Champion games. Um, sheesh. Siggy. I don't really have anything here that's gonna be a good two-sided opening, so we'll just go for setting up for later. Okay. How's everyone doing out there today? I get to go straight from this into recording the podcast. Tons of fun. How many people did we end up with? 29. Yeah, pretty small week. With 29, there's only 2 people that have first round buys, it looks like. So that's interesting. My opponent joined the match but isn't choosing deck. Well, they'll have to eventually, right? I consider that a pretty good start against Siggy. Now if I can hold the Siggy to that same pattern here. Mana. Probably should have got rid of the sun, honestly. Having it so early. But we'll see how it goes. Still kind of in a testing phase, so you know how it goes. I think we can do the same thing and maybe go 1 for 1. We see a unique come out. Let's see. Ooh, ouch. That hurts. If you control a token, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. That's pretty good. And it's very good to hit an ally with a sleep. What are you guys putting smileys in the chat for? Alright, this is when we're gonna start playing Mowgli. Maybe. If we had 6 mana, that would be really great right now. So I could play Mowgli. And that works though. It's honestly a very good resupply. As long as... Ooh, this is weak though. Weak to blocking them in water, that is. Gonna have to see if I can get away with keeping that Chiron right there. They can easily just sleep something again. Probably the Mowgli. It's a very, very good rune scribe. Especially in Siggy. Chooses to put the aloe to sleep. Very interesting. Wonder if they have another way to get rid of the Mowgli. So let's see if that was a good play or not. Right now I'm blocking them on both sides and managing to move on both sides. Another unique. What do you got here? If you have less than 8 mana orbs, okay. It's not too bad, but that is getting you a double move, which is very unfortunate. The aloe is gonna get scarier. It's gonna be hard to catch up though. Look at that, still gonna one and done. Bum, 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 bum. Keelan guy was saying that he doesn't think that the matchups go by elo, but I feel like they have to, because I'm never paired up against someone close to my elo. It's always someone higher. So I always think it goes by like a traditional matchup system where one person lower is matched against someone higher. Sorry, I was thinking. Okay, I think this is a good play because then I can use the Lost in the Woods in either location. Why are you barking? I feel like if I played the Sun, they can just play Hypothermia again. Super easy. I think they do too. I always get matched on against someone at the higher end. Which, I mean, at some point it doesn't matter too much, but you could make the argument about damn. You could make the argument about getting a win at first is really good momentum. I wish there was a way that I could contest over here. If I get rid of this unique, I think it makes it so they don't really want to cast Hypothermia again. Or alright, let's just try this. How big can I make this aloe? Oh no, that's asleep. I didn't mean that. I meant that. Don't want to make the aloe bigger, it's asleep. I could easily lose right here though. And I don't think the difference of Lost in the Woods versus playing that Saskia would matter. I think it's just dependent on what they have in hand, on whether I lose or not. Do we have any games completed already? Not quite. Oh, the Baba Yaga. Ooh, I hope they don't have another trooper or something. What's the regular trooper? I guess it depends if it's common or rare. But because of the Persephone, I think I'm safe here anyways. Gotta remember the Persephone is there. Okay. Is hypothermia still bugged to make you choose a non-asleep character? Oh, I don't know. I guess I didn't even think about that, how you could just choose the same character. Wow, 3 lost in the woods. Yay. I think I'm screwed here. If I had anything else to combo the sun with, I think I would do it, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't play Ortis, so I don't know. And they didn't cast it again, so we'll see. What's up, Salmon? Just got absolutely wrecked by a Kojo. It's okay, I'm getting absolutely wrecked by a Siggy. Let's see. Dracana. That's not gonna help us. So we have a hypothermia here. They know that I have the Persephone just right here. Where are they gonna want to stack? Also, they have a Baba Yaga. Two. And then I don't know if I don't think I have enough other stats to like back something up. So let's just try the Mowgli over here. See what they do. I think I'm in a very rough position. I think my opponent is going to run out of time. Well, just act fast until you don't have to. Who are you against? Dexter. Yeah, I have no idea who that is. I've never seen that person before, so. Interesting choice on the Baba Yaga. I feel like I just play the Persephone here now. And then I should have played it over here. I'm stupid. I think I should have played it over here. Because they're more likely to play something over here. That was dumb on my part. Because now I can't get rid of anything over here. Unfortunate. I have the Dracana, but oh no, teamwork training. And they still have a hypothermia. If only that would have been another Persephone. Yeah, I think they can just win right here with hypothermia. I'm not sure if moving the Persephone to this side would have for sure done me better, but it was the smarter play, that's for sure. And they see it, so they must know they have a path, like, around this. Here, all they need is, like, literally anything. Yeah. Unfortunate. I think even with the Sandman, though, if I put the Persephone over here... Oh, no. Actually, if you think about it, if I put the Persephone over here... Damn. It would have blocked. Or they could have played the Hypothermia. But then I could have picked, right? Damn. Okay, well. One and done. Classic. That was a rough match, too. It's probably the worst that this deck has gone so far. But in my heart of hearts, I really just actually wanted to watch other games, right? And Belteshazzar made it on time. So let's see what they're doing against Farah. Nice. We got a Tasia versus Kojo. That deck that I was just playing has done pretty good against Kojo's over the weekend. Okay, so I was doing some math. Yeah, that Persephone play, I just didn't think long enough. Need some scratch paper. Guess I'll use my notebook. I gotta check on my dog in a second. Ooh, what do we got here? Target character gains anchored. If you control one or more landmarks, up to one target character gains a sleep. Sheesh! That is even better Pavardi than I have. She is a pitbull mix of some kind. Don't know exactly. She's a rescue, of course. But my partner is not home currently. So I think she's waiting for her to get home. So she's not wanting to be in the office. Haven trainee in the discard here for Belteshazzar. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, you may discard target character with hand cost 3 or less. That's good. Target character gains 1 boost. Also pretty good. And a double sabotage Tooth Fairy that also draws a card. That's a very good Tooth Fairy. And then 1 Dracana. Ooh, we're going the double aloe. That's nice. It's a good use of Bountiful Metal. Oh no, demand eruption. Alright, so this is week 5. So after week 5, we will hypothetically have 10 qualifiers based on first and second placements. And if we go until May 11th, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be another 14, which would be 24. And then if I do a wild card, that would be 2 more, which would be 26. And then if we wanted to do a 64-person finals, that has a lot more people qualifying by points. Is that necessarily a bad thing? I don't know if that's a bad thing, because when a person qualifies by getting first or second, they don't have to play the rest of the season if they don't want to. We could also do only 34, but that would mean there's only 8. spots by points. So it'd only be the top 8. But if we keep it to 64, I think the prize works out the same, right? Yeah, I'm kind of doing it more loosey-goosey this time around, just so that the season fits in better into like the season of Altered and different events and stuff. Okay, what does this Wukong do? Neck and neck here on this game. A lot of uniques just coming out. Ooh. That got sabotaged by the Tooth Fairy? Yes. So if you control one or more landmarks, I gain 2 boosts and lose fleeting. It's a very big hit for the Tooth Fairy. It's a lot of stats. This Pavardi is still kind of dangerous from reserve, though. This is looking really good for Belteshazzar based on cards. This Pavardi should be able to, yeah, anchor herself. So that'll be good until it progresses one. Then it will not be very good at all. Belteshazzar is looking to probably just keep card advantage right now. Going to get a sneaky move on both sides though as well, from the Haven and the Isun Boshi. Tasia mirror over here. What Tasia are you facing? Oh, you're against Bacon. Oh man, there's an AFTU showdown already. I'll pull that game up on the side. Milk with Tiny Jin, also very good. Very interesting. Haven't seen Aja for a while. Is this an entirely Beyond the Gates deck? So far it is. Do we see... No, we don't get to see what mana Belteshazzar was forced to place. Yep, and it's looking like a GG already. So Belteshazzar is going to take that down. We'll go ahead and go to this AFTU match. Ooh, this is very interesting. I just managed my removal. It will probably haunt me. It's okay. I placed a Persephone on the hero side, when if I placed it on the companion, there's a chance I could have at least survived for another day. So I feel you. We see a Rin here. We see some magic beans, Persephone, all sorts of good things. You know, my Mowgli would go really hard in Rin. What's up, Doombringer? How you doing? All right, let's take a look here. Ooh, we have a Shen Long that costs 4. I think we've seen this one before. And Aklo kept resupplying it last weekend. Very good from hand, though. A lot of beauty sleeps have come out here from the Rin. It's also Mbruza on Rin. What was Mbruza playing before? A lot of Tasia and then some Aphanis and Lindaway here and there. But nice to see a Rin appearance. Very interesting. Working along on my game. Nice. Stoked to see how it goes. I'm gonna check on my dog real quick. Yeah. How has Rin been doing in the meta? Let's see. The last time she got a top 16. Let's see. Uh, um, it's been about a month. Oh my gosh, she's home now. Oh my god. You scared me. Waiting for you. Yeah. I opened my door. She was right there. Scared me. So there have been some Rin placements. Nothing amazing. We'll see how this one goes, though. So it'll be the top 38 spots that on the point leaderboard that are invited to the championship. It's a little weird of a number, but there's usually like people who can't make it and stuff, so most Rins play festival. I'm trying something different. Yeah. Yeah, I think the time change has made the turnout dip a little more than previously. There were people asking me if I could change the time, and I was like, I can't change it too much because I'm here in the US myself, and I have things that I have to do based on my time. But I started a poll in the Discord. Unfortunately, the keep the same time is winning. Pretty well over any of the other times. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Festival. I think it's a little more respectable than Small Step, but it's not my favorite. It was looking good there for a second until that Magpeng came out. But yeah. Great to see the team match already. I personally find Sunday night more difficult than Tuesday night was. Yeah, Sunday only won by 1 vote, but there's like, how many people do I have on the list for this season now? Let's see. Scoreboarder. There's like 90 people that play an ace, but only like 15 voted on what day of the week to do it. So if you find Sundays difficult, you can blame Dexter. I can't be played if you have less than 6 mana orbs. When a card leaves your reserve during the afternoon, up to 1 target character with hand cost 3 or less gains anchored. It's a very interesting Tomo. Very good stats though. Love that spike on the mountain. Blame the people that didn't vote. This ain't my fault. And now you guys are gonna make me do this back to back with the podcast. My mouth still kind of hurts, but it's almost all better. Alright, let's take a look at the bracket here while we got some thinking going on. Ooh, we got another unique. Yongsu. At dusk, if you control 2 or more plants other than me, draw a card. Very nice. 3/3 on the cost and some very good stats as well. Looks like Axe Cabal took down Creative right after me. Now Belteshazzar is up against them. Freeloader took down Nightly Peacock. And Bria Danwater took down Draconis. Let's take a look at what Bria Danwater and Freeloader are doing. I guess this tournament is actually going to be fairly short today. Because we're going to be in the finals here in not too long. So I'll get a break between. Now I've gotten 3 different ulcers. It's actually kind of a bad stat, Tomo, which is kind of weird, but the effect is top notch, so it works. Yeah, I guess I don't know Tomo stats very well. It's a very infrequently seen card. Freeloader's Elo is sure getting up there. And playing Lindaway. So what do we have here? Discard to reserve. So deciding on the Rin effects. Neck and neck here. Same exact terrains and everything. Board is looking a little stacked for Rin. And this Persephone, keeping that in Forest. The mountain stat over here, if there is no other Persephone, is gonna get a little tricky. Ooh, we see a Kodama. Okay, we hadn't cleaned up yet. My bad. I looked away. The base is 355 for 3. Mmm. Yeah. Yeah, I guess by that regard it is not very good stat wise, but I don't know how often I've seen a Tomo that anchors. Alright, taking a look over here at the freeloader game. Looks like Kojo is just running away with it with a red that is 10, 10, 10 right now. Be very interesting to see if freeloader has a way to get rid of that. As of right now, it is next to a chocolate bar and also not fleeting. Ooh, the blizzard. That'll do it. Unfortunately, that is going to give a move to Kojo and no moves for Lindaway still. That is a big Red Riding Hood. Good thing that helping hand is on the watch list, huh? Probably not the Bravos one, though. I gain anchored at noon. Sabotage. It's a very good Dracana. See some rare sows in here. Probably in part due to that Dracana. And then it's just, if you think about it, it's a pretty good card to consider in Bravos with certain things. If you are not able to remove fleeting from one of your seasoned characters, maybe you anchor it. It also gives the boost. I usually always play so from hand for the 1 mana and then just use the quick action. But I use the common version. So we've seen 1 Blizzard played. There's a Daring Porter in here that from reserve you may discard a spell. If you do, resupply. Otherwise, exhausted, resupply. And then from hand, you may pay 1. If you do, I gain 2 boosts. Otherwise, I gain 1 boost. Yeah, that is a very nice Daring Porter. I love those otherwise conditions. Alright, let's see if we can catch up on this AFTU game. Looking similar to how we last left it. Although this side is now nature only. There's a lot that Fen has to work with here, though, in the way of support actions, cards in hand, and Embruza does pass here. Fen has just been so hard for me lately to overcome. I'm thinking that if more people start playing Fen in like this way, Fen is like stronger than Aphanis and Siggy. Not super unique reliant either, although there are some uniques that can really help them out. Still hanging in there with the Rin, and those characters that were asleep are now going to wake up. What's the gist of this Fen deck? So basically, I would say the last couple months, people have found Fen is really good at keeping a ton of cards in reserve, gathering a ton of cards in hand, and using quick actions and different things to pick up cards to just keep cycling them through. So it's kind of simple in that the main point is you just always have so many resources. And even if you get down to a small amount of mana, you have things like this quick action from Twinkle Twinkle to reduce a cost. You have this Martingale to reduce a cost. And then, yeah, sometimes they do play Small Step as well. This unique here, you may put a card from your hand in reserve if you do resupply. That's another good type of unique that you might see. And then Anansi is pretty common as well once they get the reserve built up. Not to mention there's just also a lot of disruption that Lyra has access to. Cloth Cocoon, the Twinkle Twinkle, Acapella Training. What else is Aklo running? The Ink Caster, another thing that just keeps more cards around. Hathor, so on and so forth. Unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna see a GG on the Fen side. Aklo takes it down. Yeah, magical training, just all sorts of stuff to just have so many resources. All right, looks like Bria Danwater won that one. This red got up to 11, 11, 11. Red with a chocolate bar, pretty good. I feel like we're seeing some really interesting things here in these two games. Let's see how Belteshazzar is doing. Looking pretty good against the Siggy. No uniques have come out. Only one removal. So pretty good there. Control 4 more characters. Characters you control gain 1 boost. So still a lot that's possible for either one. Yeah, we have a lot of Kojo players. Could it be a Kojo v Kojo final? What is Bijatak playing today? Ben. Or wait, no. Tasia. My bad. I looked at what Aklo is playing. So, see another Tasia here, which is lovely to see. Out of Greece. One of the highest ranked players we often see. Hydra. You're playing a Hydra? Where are you at? This man's playing Hydra like it's 2024. Hydra in the Tasia mirror goes hard though. You have so much mana to deal with this though, and no spindles on the other side. This is very easy for you to get rid of if you have it. Alright, teamwork training out of the Siggy. This is that one that can put something to sleep. Oh, ouch. That's a very sleek last minute finish from Axe Cabal there on the Siggy. Alright, we see a small step already resupplied on Aklo's side. We had a aloe that was played and immediately cloth cocooned. Let's see who wins in this Tasia mirror. Dexter still sitting here at 8 mana. I was gonna say the other thing is you might not even have to take out the Hydra. Oh, what a wonderful resupply you just got there. Discard the So, play the Thespian. Bada bing, bada boom. That also works. really just gotta flex in there, the securing the win. Good job, Dexter. Now let's see what we got here. Refresh, make sure we're present. Yeah, Tasia's just, or Hydra's just so hard to pull off these days. I feel like I need to wash my hands though. A Cone Man unique. I gain anchored when I gain 1 or more boosts. If you control 2 or more boosted characters, up to 1 target character gains anchored. Very good Cone Man, especially 4 mana. Very nice. Alright. You guys watch over this game. Tell me what happens. Cast for the stream, and I'll be right back. Okay, what do we got here? We got the Cone Man. Oh, there's that Shedlong. So we're right at the start of the afternoon. Tasia has some pretty good power out here. If this Cone Man gets another boost, something will be able to get anchored. Not sure if we've seen anything that provides extra anchors. Or not extra anchors, extra boosts. This will be something now, but not right at the moment. All right, how's the rest of the bracket going? Oh man, Dexter versus El Wee Wee. Good luck, Dexter. doing pretty good so far. One cloth cocoon. Probably took out a shroom or something. We see the Kellen Elemental here. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. Okay, there's the paper Haywood. You may discard from your reserve. If you do, return a spell. When a card leaves your reserve during afternoon, up to one target character gains fleeting. This is the kind of unique that Fen would really like, because it's just even more of that disruption. But obviously not all of them have it. Yeah, seems that El Wee Wee isn't too far ahead in terms of resources quite yet, but is definitely ahead. So this is not a very uncommon looking Fen game at the moment. Now they are tied up. I'm getting murdered. Busted Fen unique. Yeah, El Wee Wee is a very good player as well. El Wee Wee's the #1 OG Fen player. I play against Fen the most lately, and I lose against Fen the most lately. So Fen is a very hard matchup. I'm not sure if that's against Tasia in general, but definitely for my deck, that's for sure. What's up, Mandarin, aka Citrus Frog? Oh no. Not the Twitch ad. This is a sad emote, right? Hello. Can you hear me now? You probably came in like right after the pre-rolls shut off. Yeah, basically. The ads just barely started, and now pre-roll ads won't be on for another hour. This Jack Frost is pretty good choice against Fen though. I don't really want to put it in my deck because I don't think anyone locally is gonna play Fen. But it is very good in terms of this matchup. Let's take a look over here at another Fen versus Tasia game. This one neck and neck for the moment, but Bijatak has a lot of plants, a lot of anchors, and actually has a card in hand. Looks like Fen's gonna pick up one. There is a decent amount to clean up here for the Tasia. Yeah, gotta get more cards. Aklo is going to have to clean up to reserve cards as well. Gets rid of the 2 removal, the off you go, and the twinkle twinkle. Still has 2 very good quick actions here. The ink caster, that's going to discount a card, or if you pick it back up with the Hathor, another Hathor, and another magical training. So magical training is probably going to get picked up for sure. Very good choices here for the Fen at the moment. All right, Swapsy's back. Refresh. Oof. We hope that there is not a small step. I do not know how many Elwiwi is playing, if any at all. I believe he changes his deck pretty frequently, testing things out here and there. You may return a card from your reserve to your hand. You may discard a card from your reserve. Cloth Cocoon, hitting those people in the Spindle Muna Bastion, hitting the tree. It's a very unfortunate look here. Oof, and then the off you go. Why are you boosting their uniques? Sandman comes out, doesn't matter anyways. GG. Good job. Alright. Elwiwi takes it. Let's see if this Fen can survive this glorious Tasia setup right here. Ooh, and a mana reaping. Looks like Aklo is saying GG and does pass. Seeing no way around all of the plants. That's 1 Tasia versus 1 Fen taking a win. All right. So, Elwiwi versus Bria Danwater should be popping up. bam, bam, bam. What is going on? Checking over at Discord while they pick mana. These silly things. Very interesting play here. Nice use of the Wisp to counter the Buddha after the Bastion is played. Dinner happened late. Oh, man, gotta eat that dinner before 6:30, Draconis. There goes the Bastion already. Very likely that Kojo can get a double move off of this, though. It wouldn't let me concede. Yeah, you can't concede in a tournament. Dang, there's just friggin' stuff flying around everywhere here. This is kind of, that was like a really good rapid look at Fen right now. I love how Dexter's like in a Keyforge lobby right now while playing Altered. He's a dual master and a dual master. On Tuesday, I'm gonna play 3 TCGs at once and try to win all 3 games, like around the same time. See if I can do it in one night. But that'll be on my own channel. Oh yeah, it's Sunday sealed. This fool gets us to switch to Sundays while also already having sealed Sundays. While wearing a One Piece TCG shirt, playing Pokemon on the phone, watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Not quite. I do have some One Piece cards behind me, though. Oh, I never fixed the time window. You guys didn't remind me. It's all your fault. Now Keelon guy is gonna see this and he's gonna judge me. Everyone knows we only stream for Keelon guy. Well, actually, not that we stream for Keelon guy. We put the VODs over on my YouTube for Keelon guy. Stream for all of you lovely people, of course. All right. Elwiwi's taking an early lead in this Kojo match. The other match should have started up. Should be a Siggy versus a Tasia. Looking neck and neck for the most part. There's a Mowgli here up to one target. Other than me gains anchored. Very nice Mowgli. Classic extra strong in the forest stat. Very sneaky trooper though to still get a progression on the mountain for the Siggy. Now just needs to solve this side. Double move for Siggy. Still close, still anyone's game here as Tasia was able to get a move from that high forest stat. Yeah, that's a very good just from anywhere trigger to have. It's basically Parvati's ability, but on Mowgli, right? Well, Parvati can anchor any character, so close. All right. Always refresh, make sure you're not behind. Looks like the Fen is 2 ahead. Seeing some good stuff come out here for Bria Danwater, though. That red getting up there in strength. This Serengar is possibly going to draw a card, but Fen, just so many more resources. And as soon as this Scald is played, there's going to be fleeting on the red or something else. Probably wants to put one more thing in the reserve, though, to draw a card from this Scald. But maybe not, depending on what's going on in the hand. Very good terrain to be on here for the Scald, but unable to block the red and Serengar from progressing. Ooh, the off you go. What are we gonna see now? Cannot play the Scald any longer. Ooh, see a Inkcaster, that's a good one. Things are tied up with a Dracana here. Very, very interesting Koja. I cannot talk right now, sorry. Kojo deck from Bria Danwater. Let's see our Siggy vs. Tasia game. Still don't know if I've seen anything that this Tasia has to provide boosts, but I assume there's got to be something, or it's just the deck is relying only on the Tasia boost, which isn't too bad. Ooh, the double anchored Aloe and the asleep Kodama. Tasia also has a expedition lead for the moment. This Ortis Overseer isn't going to be too helpful to pay the mana for. So there was the discard of the Overseer. As I was saying, not too good to pay the mana for. Switch back over to here while Axe Cabal thinks. Ooh, we're getting closer and closer. Just so many cards that Elwiwi has. Paring down the reserves here. Eight cards in hand after mana. That's a fen for you. What are we gonna see hit the chocolate bar? Sakurabu? I don't think so. I don't think Bria plays it, but we'll see. One of the earlier games, it was a very big red. Not too many good options right now, though. Control. Yeah, because playing this trainee after having at least one boosted character would be better. Yes. Yeah, it is. Some very interesting things. There's the Spindle, there's some Dracanas. I also realized I really like the So rare in Bravos. Ouch. It was a Shenlong, which gets put to sleep. Oof. Yeah, that is going to provide Elwiwi the win. Very, very hard to pull off a high mana play like that when if there's a double move, your opponent will win. Not sure if there was too much there that would have been better. In the end, the same thing could have happened. Just so many resources for the Fen. Let's take a look at our Kojo versus Siggy match. Looking like Tasia is still managing to stay one ahead. That hypothermia was played. And Axe Cabal is currently thinking. This Kodama's been around for a while as well. Still haven't seen anything to provide boosts yet. But not that it's really needed at this moment. Just barely a block on Siggy's side from that being a loss. Very, very good resupply there at this moment in the game. Just in case you need to incur another thing. Keep a body around. Looks like Axe Cabal has passed and is going to lay down the sword and allow the Tasia to win. So we should have our final match now, which is going to be a Tasia versus a Fen. As I stated earlier, this is a really hard matchup for me. Very interested to see how a better player approaches it. No moves yet, but this is a very classic opening I've been seeing more of in the past couple weeks. A Spindle Harvester into an O-Gun can lead to a very surprising Tasia double move. Be interesting to see if through the reserve this Tasia list can keep up against Elwiwi's Fen, which will just be generating a lot of card advantage. As you see right now, there's three hands in card, 3 cards in hand, 3 in reserve, versus 1 in reserve, 2 in hand. The Nyala is going to squeak out a progression here for Fen. But still going to be a move for Tasia as well. Card advantage is equal going into the 3rd afternoon. Yeah, this is just such a good Kodama. 2/2 cost for 4/2/2 in stats. And then when it gains 1 or more boosts. Wait, if you control 2 or more boosted characters, so yeah, it can count itself. It anchors. It does get double sleep, but I mean for 2 mana. Oh. Elwiwi takes a lead with that last turn, and now is going to continue to build card advantage here. Should probably sit proper. My back's starting to hurt. Good reserve from Tasia though. The Spindle is going to give boosts to the Kodama. I'd love to see if there was place for like a sow or something in here. See how well it could go with some of these uniques. But also, maybe not necessary. Ooh, the Cone Man. This one is going to gain anchored as well. And then it's going to anchor the Kodama. Very nice setup here. So when I gain 1 or more boosts So now the spindle can give a boost to the Cone Man or to the Kodama and then anchor something. Very nice. There was a moment of thought there. Was it about where to place the Sneezer Shroom? Or... yeah, I guess you could have O-gunned. But maybe hoping for the possibility of saving that until it's even more epic. There's also the card in hand, which we haven't seen yet. Even if Elwiwi doesn't win this game, is likely going to remain the point champion. Yeah, there's the Tanuki to get rid of the O-gun. Unfortunate, but to be expected against Fen. No move here, but does block a Tasia double move, so things are evened up. Awiwi is stuck on a single terrain region in both expeditions, though. And at least one of these things is going to get a boost, and one is going to get anchored. Very, very strong cycle right here. The Will-O-Wisp could go pretty hard right now on the hero side. And off you go. Gets rid of the aloe. It could not target the Cone Man. And what was played? I think another Spindle was played. So this is going to get the Tasia boost, right? Yeah. So if you hit the Kodama to the reserve, it would be played again. And while it would be asleep, it would gain a boost and it would be able to anchor something else. Very, very interesting game so far here. Seems like the answer to Fen is being able to anchor a lot, having good anchor uniques, which mine are not this good. I wouldn't say these are insane. They do have some requirements. But the issue I have with, I think, mine that is the gains a boost anchors is you have to have a landmark. Sometimes they just don't line up very well. We have seen no cloth cocoons yet, so that's very interesting. It's probably too late in the game now. Dang. Cone Man freaking gets a boost. Very nice. All those anchors, and then a thespian. Ooh, Twinkle Twinkle though. We have 2 reductions here. Nurture is a pretty good spell in this moment. Gonna anchor the thespian just in case. Awiwi says GG, too complex without gestion. I'm not sure if that's a typo of some sort. But yeah, that setup, when it's firing, it sure is firing. GG's to Bijitak, and congrats to everyone who played. Should be a lot easier for me to update the points since we had a pretty low amount of players week. I think with that performance though, technically we qualifies again for the championship, but also obtains a good amount of points and will, I am pretty sure, remain number 1 on the leaderboard in way of points. So let's see. Yeah. Yujitak is gonna get a good amount of points too, and probably end up in the top 10, but not sure quite where yet. Freeloader is going to fall behind Elwiwi in the race for the most points. So if you see Freeloader, gotta tell him, get them points. Gotta keep up with Elwiwi. I think I'm doomed for points. I believe. Second is still very good though. And then there will be, I need to plan the wild card event. I gotta see when I can do that. I don't think there's any holidays coming up. A holiday would be perfect, like on a Monday or something. I was gonna maybe take off, not tomorrow, but the next Monday to help cast for AWOL. But I don't know, we'll see. I can't help cast for AWOL and also run my own event at the same time. I was aiming for the last place, but I think I won too many rounds. Good job. If you're aiming for last place on points for the whole season, you'd probably have to just play one event and win no games and then not play ever again. I think there are a couple players who might end up doing that. So for today's event, we have Bijitak on Tasia taking the win, Elwiwi on Fen in second, Axe Cabal was Siggy in third, and then Bria Danwater on Kojo in third. Who says that the meta isn't diverse? I think I have enough to qualify. last place to qualify. Oh yeah, so the what's up, Maddox? By the way, the math that I was doing, since I'm doing a little bit different of a uh, stretch and not doing it like perfectly exact. I believe it'll be the top 38 by points. Um, will qualify for the championship, which will be on May 18th. I also just realized I'm gonna be at PAX on May 11th, which is technically the last week that I had slotted. So maybe I'll just skip the. If I skip the 11th, then it'll be even more people that qualify by points versus first or second place. So there just might not be a stream, and I might just have to trust the process to process. All right. I have about less than 50 minutes of a break. And then because we rescheduled the podcast to be tonight, we're going to be recording that tonight in the Discord. So thanks for coming out to the tournament. If a earlier time would work for you, be sure to go to the Discord and vote for an earlier time, because power to the people, gotta leave it to the vote. And I will see you either on the live show in 50 minutes, or I'll see you around in the Discord, or next week when we run this back. So thanks for playing, thanks for watching, I'll see y'all later.